Uh, Good afternoon and namaste, everyone. I honor you from my highest divine self to your highest divine self. My name is Peter Rogan, and I run a company called Your DNA Awakening. And today I'm just making a little video to, I guess do a couple different things here. But, I guess mostly I'm going to sort of talk about multidimensional sort of vision within sort of where we are right now on Earth, and also just be stepping you guys through a free sort of third eye clearing and activation here as we're all together. And again, this will be facilitated through the recording very, very well. And so, just to sort of talk about sort of multidimensional vision, and so we're basically like radios that are supposed to have sort of 12-dimensional channels, full access to 12-dimensional channels, right? You want a radio that has full access to the FM spectrum or the AM spectrum, or whatever piece of the electromagnetic spectrum that got arbitrarily broken up and termed FM frequencies, and then we create a machine that has the ability to tap into those specific frequencies, right? But again, we are like dimensional radios down here. And most of us, again, only have access to our first three channels, the first three dials, the first three dimensions of existence. And so, people talk about, oh, there's a ghost, or, there's an ethereal, I saw a ghost one time, or one time I was at a graveyard and I saw some whatever experience, you've maybe had as sort of a multidimensional being, experiencing maybe some different multidimensional experiences and visions past the normal 3D radio, right? And, some of the difficulty with sort of multidimensional vision here on Earth right now is that most of our multidimensional vision at this point is going to come from experiences that are very close to our 3D radio, the fourth dimension, maybe the fifth dimension a little bit, right? But a lot of the fourth dimension at this point has a lot of like scrambly sort of stuck energy in it. Um, and so this could actually make it sort of fairly difficult for people to start awakening and seeing multidimensionally really easily, because when you start to see multidimensionally, the next sort of dimension up, the fourth dimension is the first thing you're going to start to engage with. And there's again a lot of sort of like dead, goobery, weird things around there, right? And so, mostly is that people are not going to be sort of given access to things that are scary for them, right? And when you're stuck in the 3D dimension, sometimes, things higher than you can seem a little scary, the afterlife, or, somebody that hasn't quite crossed over perfectly in the afterlife, and can be a little confusing and scary. But, uh, and again, as you start to open up your radio, right, as you start to access somebody like me or other DNA activators out there that can really shift your multidimensional landscape in really positive, direct, beneficial ways, you again sort of open up to grounding in sort of different higher frequency, higher dimensional understandings and capabilities. And then as you do that and you're sort of more comfortable and more harmonized with higher dimensional understandings, right? Well, then you can maybe start to get even more access to multidimensional vision and sight. Right? Because then as you are sort of grounding in higher, more harmonious things, you don't necessarily bring fear to things that are maybe more unknown than they are scary. Right? And of course, we won't be given access to a lot of things if we have a lot of fear about them, right? Well, the universe and higher dimensions and your higher self and all that stuff, is not going to just like provide you with all these super scary experiences that cause you to go inward and like be afraid, and right? And so again, DNA activation in particular, the removing of the distortions on our multidimensional radio and then grounding and, up to people's sort of Christos avatar level selves, right? They're sort of higher self level versions of themselves, which are just really wonderful frequencies to have down here for everybody. And so, DNA activation is sort of what gave me the enlightenment, multidimensional ability, safety, cohesion to be able to, again, experience a lot more multidimensionally as I've grown over the past 4 years since I've accessed this work. And so, again, I'm going to be stepping you guys all through a third eye clearing and activation here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook up to anybody's energy field who's watching this. Uh, Cool. I honor you from my highest divine self to your highest divine self. Again, nothing here that's going to be moved energy-wise will be out of line with higher self. If you're not interested in having any energy movement from me, just acknowledge that to your higher self. You know, whatever. You don't have to stay here, or whatever. But again, for the people who are interested in just getting some multidimensional help and access from people out here that can really help shift multidimensional landscapes in really cool ways. And so again, I'm connected into the energy field of everyone watching this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just activate all the IDs in the first 3 levels related to all seals, implants, occupants, or any blockages over each person's third eye. Let's use all code, force, power, authority necessary in light of higher self to clear out all those distortions and all the related IDs and issues permanently from all levels of existence and awareness now. Aham Brahmasmi, Taiji, and Tadoi. Cool. So everybody here that's watching this, if you got any seals or implants, which if you have not accessed a facilitator, there are very heavy seals and implants over the third eye in particular, that sixth strand of DNA or chakra or whatever you want to call it, a six-dimensional landscape that people can start to ground in and have, easier access to, sort of just like riding a bike, A lot of people have not been riding their third eye bicycle very much. And I can sort of help a lot of people get regrounded in on their bikes and have a really good time going out on some dimensional rides. Cool. So anyway, if you're energetically sensitive, you might feel some energy being moved right now. And you may not, but either way, we're clearing just any sort of heaviness, distortion, bogged down energy density that is stopping your sixth strand of DNA, your third eye, from being comfortably and easily accessed as a 3D being. Right? Cool. So as this is clearing, I'm going to go ahead and just run a third eye activation code on everybody here. So it's commanded in the name of divine love that the sixth ray code is used to activate each person's brain, their chakra-supported energy field, and a DNA template to their highest energy holding potentials and original divine functions now. Brahmasmi Loka Kua Abradabra Amen. Cool. And so, again, I am sort of connected up to the energy field of anyone watching this. And again, all in line with higher self permission, I am bringing in light, sound, color, and codements that your higher dimensional capabilities really know how to use and understand very well. And again, as this is happening, it's, like a simple idea is almost like we're like characters down here in a video game, right? We incarnated, right? We're like, start the video game, right? You show up in the video game, you got stuff to do or whatever. There's also sort of higher dimensional parts of ourselves, right? So if there's your character in the video game where there's somebody sort of like behind the scenes playing you a little bit, right? That has some more higher dimensional landscape access, right? Where out of you like in the thing, I'm in the, whatever incarnated experience. And so, kind of what I'm doing is it's almost like I'm talking to like the higher dimensional parts of you that would be like kind of like outside, like playing you a little bit, sort of making some decisions and throwing, some different paths around, right? But it's almost just like I have like codes that they can punch in, right? And they're like up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start, right? And all of a sudden, your third eye is getting density cleared out from it, and it's getting massive amounts of highly harmonic light brought into it to be able to just release it back to its original divine function. Cool. And, so this energy is going to be just kind of moving here for another little bit. And, so again, my name is Peter Rogan, and I run a company called Your DNA Awakening. Again, you can go to yourdnaawakening.com. Uh, and you can access, all sorts of stuff. I'm here and I work through Skype a lot, where we would just meet sort of like this, and we would be able to just move you dimensionally and lower self-wise into some more highly harmonic frequencies and versions of your own consciousness and life, which are super wonderful. We have sort of an easy subscription access where you can access things through this thing called the Path of the Golden Owl. Which is basically that we have a lot of videos like this that have a lot more information and highly harmonic DNA coding and clearings that begin to shift your multidimensional reality in very sparkly, cool ways that can be very, very special for the people who are ready to introduce that and get their lives ready to uh, become sort of a more blossomed version of themselves, or whatever you want to call that. But anyway, there's yourdnaawakening.com, and the Path of the Golden Owl is a way you can access, even just starting for free. You can access a whole lot of videos where me and my partner Lana are just providing a lot of high-dimensional support for you guys that will begin to shift your multidimensional realities for days and weeks and years and months to come. And again, you can go sign up for free. We again also work very helpfully one-on-one with people to just work through all sorts of lower self and higher self integration, just to allow the higher self to become a more stable expression within this lower self realm. And thanks for taking the time. Again, you guys all got some big energy cleared and moved. So congratulations. And again, we're here for support in all sorts of multidimensional ways. And pay attention to your third eye. That doesn't necessarily always mean you're going to like see something, right? Your third eye opening and awakening can be more like, hey, I just got a text, and like they kind of popped into my head who it was, and then I looked and it was them, right? And just more like relaxed, natural understanding of the higher dimensional capabilities, and just really helping them ground into people's light bodies in really amazing ways. So again, thanks for joining us for this short thing, and I look forward to helping you with your new multidimensional capabilities. Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever it is. Thank you so much. Good night.